Good morning and welcome to today's meditation. I am here in Aloha, Hawaii, so I am probably more relaxed. It's extremely early in the morning. I welcome all the people that are here in their biofield presence and those that will be watching it in the future. Let's begin by taking a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's let our thinking go and already begin to drop into that bigger space that remembers you were born for this. You were born for these times. And so we want to regulate our emotions and nervous system to remember that we can be slightly detached from all that is happening and be more effective, to be balanced, to feel whole and safe during all the tumultuous things that are happening everywhere. I don't need to list them, is the best for yourself and for everyone else. And today's topic is seemingly very simple, but it's also very deep. And Spirit sometimes gives me a heads up. I'll look through social media, I'll meditate a little bit, and we have coming towards our planet, this is just, it's like sci-fi movie is Three-Eye Atlas is what it's called. And it's this big formation coming towards our planet as never before. Shape, size, exhaust, emissions, rotations. And what is it doing? It's putting all of our scientists who tell us what reality is and what we can expect to happen based on their scientific, rationalized things. And here, this thing is breaking all the rules. It is blowing apart all the perceptions, the safety margins, and logic of things that this matrix, elusive reality has been built on. So how perfect. We're on our spiritual path. We know that this is somewhat, natural. It's not somewhat, it is natural consequences for stinking, fearful thinking for so long for humans that we are just in this crumbling. Think of that tarot card, the temple, the tower is showing it for what it is. It's built on a house of cards. Falsehoods. Science, here's absolute truth. 10. Science comes up to about 4. That's all humans really understand in facts, conceptual, perceptual, reality-based facts are only this much of our picture and what we have built this reality on. So here it comes, humming through the universe. Boy, am I going to show you that there's much more. And this is the big part. You ready? Put on your seatbelts. This is very deep. What you expect will occur. What you perceive will happen. How you receive this coming harbinger of shifting and crushing and blowing open everything we thought we knew, how you perceive that is how things will unfold. And the bubble that you will end up residing in a slightly different reality from other people choosing different bubbles. And I'll give you an example. One very intelligent woman just sent me a link and said, it's draconian, it's dark people. It's, reptilian, draconian. They don't have the best interest for benevolent outcomes. This is a draconian ship and a person on Gaia said it. Okay, consider the source. Maybe the person on Gaia has bad relationships or feels control or dominion and has those glasses on and said, yes, it's draconian. Today, I listened to Ama Grace Solaris who kind of feels like a sister to me because her wording is so close. I even reached out and said, oh my God, let's talk sometime. I feel like we're from the same place, but I digress. So she has glasses on of saying, it's the shakeup we've needed. It's peaceful, it's benevolent, very divine, expanded beings. And by and large, different people that I have talked to relate to this coming change in their own projections, their own projections of what reality is, and they're making that bring more of what they believe. So this confirms what some of the quantum physics people are saying, micro, macro. What you hold in your projection, in your belief system, you are resonating and creating a matrix, a geometric, semi-solid thing that attracts other people that think the same thing. And there you go. Right now we have the MAGA people. Make America Great Again. That is their reality. That is their stake. We have the divine feminine community. The divine feminine and the voice of truth shall come and flush it out and will flow and be happy, wearing white outfits and saluting the sun in ritual forever. Saying it that way, you can imagine how the MAGA people think, looking at the richness, belief systems, and ritual that means so much to the divine feminine, while we look over and see the marching and the red hats and can imagine how that makes that group feel. Why do I know this could potentially be true? Because I have mentioned before, I had dinner with Mellon Thomas. I just watched a YouTube of Mellon Thomas. There he is, talking to the world, amazingly. The most documented near-death experience. And bottom line, I said, Mellon, what's the future? And he said, there's many futures, and what you believe is where you will reside. What you believe is what you will co-create with other like-minded resonant people. Should I say that again? Everyone I meet is waiting for someone to have a great idea or a community or money. Oh boy, so-and-so has a lot of money. I'm going to gravitate towards them and they will make me safe. And they will build something on their money because money is safety. The good news and the bad news is you choose. Only you choose. You must choose. You must choose who to trust. You must discern. You must do the work. Refacet your God-given divine consciousness to receive and hone and discern what is absolute truth and choose it and anchor that in. Well, it changes as you grow and expand. So you can see this is not such a safe concept I'm bringing today. You have to choose. You can't wait. You can't search. You can't go out there. I've traveled all around the world looking for things. An intuitive will say, Jan, you hid something in another lifetime and only you can find it and is going to help the world, blah, blah. It's inside. I went to France, I don't know how many times, spent so much money, overturned rocks. I could have got arrested so many times in churches, picking up the altars. Finally, I got the message. You will know when you are ready to know, because your soul already knows, and you have so many layers of ego and needing to win, needing to find it. We truly are each on our golden path, walking ourselves home, but we think that other people have the answer out here. Did you know you can actually take a book of Buddha's teachings and put your hand in it and absorb it? You can put your hand on any great, Emanuel Swedenborg, Tomatis, and you can absorb it, but no, that is their projection. That is their information. It was said that Christ traveled multiple countries, everywhere, took all the teachings, but he had a gold pan. He had a sword. He went in the desert for 40 days. What was that 40 days? Burning off what didn't match absolute truth for his system, for his projection system. Now here I'm getting into maybe the absolute truth isn't the same for you as for someone else, because it's all relative. It's all moving. It's all a flow. It is all just flow of electromagnetic colored frequencies flowing, all moving towards and searching for love. Searching to be in the frequency and entrainment of love. And to land there and to float with no effort and no resistance, but to flow. And with that, there is a release of all facts, all need to be right, letting go, and being present, and witnessing, but not absorbing, not being part of someone else's projection movie. We've been sitting in other people's theaters, especially charismatic people, or people who lure you in or speak ways to catch you because they are studying you for your vulnerabilities, for your needs, for your insecurity. So that all goes back to self-refinement of your discernment system, so that you are not so much protected, but immune to the diseases of thinking the answer is outside yourself. Allowing your emotional systems to be disappointed. I actually learned years ago, you can pretty much trust humans to be human. And we forgive ourselves for being human. So where does this leave us? Well, it leaves us with a deeper commitment to be this light, free of the human layers of conditioning and patterning that are all working to gain, through perception control, our allegiance. It is time to take all that off and to be free and to become the light. So let's begin this. So I hope you're not too disconglomerated, because as humans, we really like to put that anchor down. Oh, I'm an Abraham Hicks person, or Dwyer. No, be like Jesus. All of these different, or Buddha. You learn, you discern, but it's time for you to project out the movie of heaven on earth. You don't need to lean into anything other than your own micro, projecting out to the macro, and let your micro be heavenly. So that's why we raise our vibrations. When you reach over 1,000 hertz, your emotional system can't react. Everything's okay. You're witnessing. You're not responsible. You're not efforting. So let's go to over 1,000 hertz. That's what we do here in the Be the Light meditation. Shut your eyes. Let go of all the stimulation, the desk that's dusty, the homework, whatever. Let go. Give yourself this gift of 10 minutes of freedom. It's anchor it in. I choose my reality. Deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. We ask and intend to set this sacred space. We put ourselves into a beautiful geometric structure. This is where we reside. Everywhere, all at once. But here you are in the sit bones of this biofield of this incarnation, and let's make it worth the effort. Let's use our intentions and command that any energies that are overlaying our absolute divine truth, blow them out, get rid of them, get them out of this space. We are tired of old thoughts. We are tired of other people's thoughts. Blow them out. Take a deep breath in and let your breath blow them out of your field now. Beautiful. Feel that you can now expand in this sacred geometric space. It is safe. It is your space. You are allowing all aspects of yourself to be free. Just continue this process. You're removing other people's thoughts and energies. You're removing the person that you were yesterday. You're removing the person you were 10 minutes ago. You are stepping out of the matrix safely. And you are breathing into the wholeness, the realness, the infinite, timeless consciousness aspect of your soul. And it resides in your heart. Feel the inner chambers of your etheric heart beating and looping and circling around with every 0 point everywhere all at once. Feel that this pivot point in your heart is absolutely precise, and it is a tether to the true reality. And there are messages here from your higher self coming in. And these are the messages. It is safe to let go now. You are here to model freedom. You are here to model the reflection and embodiment of your full divine counterpart's beingness. We ask and intend to open our crown chakra. Imagine that it is like a crown, and each spike on the crown is like a circular pipe in a pipe organ that makes music, receives music, like a satellite antenna. On this next breath, allow the frequency and music, the luminous, luscious music of heaven, to waft down like milky streams of lightly colored frequencies, streaming down very gently, lusciously, in these pearlized colors, coming and slowly dripping into liquid light, essence, life-giving rejuvenation of your full divine complement created for you by the Creator. And let this now melt down in through your head, gently at the correct speed for each person, moving down through the neck, the head, the shoulders, into the muscles, the bones, heart, stomach. Feel the golden pulse of all parts of your being. Feel yourself opening, allowing, and receiving all the divine frequencies more deeply than ever before. Feel your entire abdomen and your spine being lit up by this luminous, sacred music. Feel your historical timelines of all of your incarnations collapse into this one present moment now. Feel the stillness across your chest as a dove of peace descends and nestles in to the nest of your loving heart that will radiate this gentle peace and safety in absolute truth. It is like milky, loving light, sheaths of it going through all aspects of yourself now, calming your emotions, clearing, healing, and aligning your neurological system to the 0 point. All fields are moving into perfected 0 point alignment now. In this inner stillness, you are a beautiful transducer of heavenly frequencies, information, communication. And you are shedding and emitting these codes and frequencies through your essence and presence here in this physical reality of 3D Earth now. Big breath and feel this energy coming through you. And now, in this higher vibrational state, feel free to make a personal intention or initiation or invocation, your choice. The power of heaven is flowing through you, your thoughts, to commit and hold this focus for good will be blessed and move into the realms of co-creation now. And we'll just let that float into the ethers. Let it land to the corresponding resonant particles. We ask and intend that this co-creation, a reality, be calm and graceful and for the highest good of all. And so it is. When we are in our divine light, we are godlike, and we are recreating this reality because we chose to raise our frequencies and be the light. And the right frequencies will calibrate themselves through us based on absolute truth and reality. Do you see the beauty? Not from our logical human mind. We let that go 5 minutes ago. This is how we shift and reattune all that is back to divine order, alignment, truth, beauty, love, and goodness, omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence. You are doing your part, and it feels good. So let's just let this energy continue to move through us and emanate out. We ask that this process absolutely continue even when we come to a conclusion of this specific activity. And we imagine that we are putting a beautiful golden resilient egg around our biofield that protects us, allows everything to bounce off, and we hold this light. So while you are very gently coming back to this reality, it went from dark to light outside, and let's see what the view is. Hold on one moment. Aloha. And yes, that is the ocean right over that little berm. So let's take a deep breath. Because nature, in its beauteous forms, the clouds, the green, the wind, is about the closest thing that we humans can partake of to bring us back into our organic, physical balance, to breathe again. One last deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. And that was pretty deep meditation, so it's okay to shake your hands, do this. This is what Paramahansa Yogananda did. Wake up that brain, integrate. Okay, thanks for joining today. Going to return put the recording off now, and we can have a little community discussion. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jan Jorgensen at soundandlighthealingarts.com. Be the light.